Hello, welcome to another segment of Light Body Living Podcast. My name is Chantel Selman. I am your iridologist, herbalist, and raw food chef. I run a clinic here in beautiful Barbados called the Light Body Holistic Clinic. And today we are going to be talking about preventing cancer. Okay, we want to get into lots of things in terms of cleansing, live foods. Um, I just use the terminology biohacking because it really refers to some natural methods of using nutrition and lifestyle to really help optimize your physical and mental performance. For those in Barbados, welcome, welcome, welcome. I was on the radio today and I did part of this already, and I will just start over and then continue on to the first 15 minutes of the segment. So I did put up in the chat, so you can ask some questions. I did put up in the chat that 90% of cancers are not genetic, but they're actually influenced by our diets and our lifestyle choices. That means that we can really change them. And we have gone down an incredible rabbit hole in the last 20 to 30 years where we're eating a lot more fast foods, a lot more, it's just convenience, a lot of processed foods. And we need to back away from those things and eat a lot more living, fresh foods. So, um, you want to really truly protect yourselves and prevent the cancer from starting. You have to understand that the cancer isn't hardwired to your DNA. It means that it is largely preventable. So the keys lies in your daily choices. Okay, the foods that you eat and the toxins that you're exposed to, whether it be from the foods, from the stress levels, um, not getting in enough hydration, not getting in enough alkaline stuff. There's a myriad of things, but these are the keys that are needed when it comes to really changing out your lifestyle. And that doesn't take away, this is, we're going to focus on food, but that doesn't take away from the exercise, exposure to sunlight, good water, good airflow. Those things are also important. Your passions in life, and really keeping yourself in a stress-free environment, or being able to release that stress when it builds up. So we were talking about the different keys, and cancer thriving in an acid environment or low oxygenated environment. So this is, when I speak of the environment, I'm talking within your body system. So two things that happen, especially when you use sugars, a lot of animal products. Animal products tend to increase the acidity. The sugars also increase the acidity, but these are also tools for reversal. So you take those things out of your diet and you can start making shifts towards a more raw, high sun cooked food diet where you're flooding your body now with living nutrients. And this creates a whole different environment that the cancer cells really struggle to survive in. Okay, and that's what you want. So usually at the clinic, see cancer patients, and with all my patients, I usually start with a green juice cleanse. And most people know this that have been through the program. You can now do it online, as well as those of you that are here can come in to the clinic. But you want to start with a powerful alkalizing green cleanse, and that's what our signature cleanse is. It's a cucumber-based cleanse, and you really want to do a cleanse that really changes and alkalizes the environment. So you want to bathe all your cells with lots of minerals, chlorophyll, vitamins. You want to start the repair process, okay? Because what happens is that your lymphatic system can get congested and backed up. We call this our immune system, but truly it's our lymphatic system, which doesn't really have a pump. So as we move around, the lymph system moves, and the nodes under your arms, down your chest area, in your groin, they all collect any debris or foreign bodies that are in your system for them to be slowly released out of the body. So you want to start with a cleanse. You want to quiet down your stomach. You want to focus now. Our cleanse focuses on cleaning your blood system, your bowels. It also helps with the hydrating your system. And if you get your pen and paper, I'll go through a little cleanse that you can do, a little juice that you can do at home that would be really good at that deep, nourishing, alkalizing, um, nutrient based juice that you need to have on a regular basis. But the this juice cleanse, some people, it depends on what stage they come at. They might come and they're very weak, and you start with a 3 day or a 5 day cleanse. Now, to tell the honest truth, once you have passed the cleansing stage and you're eating high raw, you're still cleansing, but at a whole slower level because the fruits and vegetables will still be detoxifying you. So you can still get detoxification occurring during that time, and the fiber intake is much higher. So you'll still be cleaning out your system. But you want to alkalize your body, you want to detoxify, you want to boost your immune system so your body really starts its internal fight. And we do this with the cleanse, but also complementary to that, we do tinctures, tea, herbal teas, um, as well as I actually have a shake powder dedicated to this, which is really good for those people that are having problem with. I mean, both sets of people use it, but those people that are having problems taking in solid food, and you really want something nourishing that can really help strengthen the body and get you into the fight. That's where you would start with our shake powder. Um, you want to reduce the inflammation. You want to improve the nutrient absorption. So this is a big deal when it comes to how well you're going to react to the foods, the cleanses, the tinctures, the teas, and that is your absorption of nutrients. So obviously, when I take the iridology picture, I can see what your absorption rate is at. So if your nutrient absorption is low, one of the first things that you have to do is cleanse it, and it's very good at helping improve the absorption. But I also do digestive enzyme bitters to help you digest the foods after that, and help with its breakdown. But the higher you are when it comes to eating fresh raw foods, the foods actually come with the enzymes in it. So they actually help to break down themselves. So that helps take off some of the burden from your stomach having to do all the work, which is what you want. Increased oxygenation is important. A cancer does not thrive in an oxygen rich environment. So, really getting in that chlorophyll helps to increase the oxygen level in your bloodstream and in your tissues so that it is easier for the cancer, whether you're preventing it or you're healing from it. This is one of the things you want. You want to enhance cellular repair, and cellular repair is same thing with those lymphocytes from the lymph system working to get rid of any old or damaged cells, anything that is. And the longer that you do your cleanse, your body goes into autolysis, where it can actually help with that cleanup process a lot quicker than when you're actually eating it. There's a lot more food going into the system. So focus in on that cellular repair. We have a tea that is helpful there called the lymphatic tea as well. And all this generally helps to support your digestive system, and meaning that you're resting your stomach and giving it a chance to really catch itself. But we also give you shots, and in those shots, they help with different repair mechanism. So sometimes people have problems softening up any compacted stuff in their system. We do aloe vera lemonade to start you off. We have a shot to help the rev up the immune system, and then there's fermentation kombucha that we use to put back in some of that good bacteria. So we make the cleanse a very comprehensive cleanse to really get you going at the beginning, and then we change up the diet as you go along. Now I know for some people it's a journey where it takes a while to take out some of the foods that you're used to and put in others. But when it comes to having the problem of cancer, you want to move that needle forward faster. If you're preventing, you can do it in the sense of starting by taking out your breakfast and putting in the green smoothie. We've had a whole discussion on the power of that green smoothie. It's a living, fresh, alkaline, high fiber drink that really good. It's really good at starting your day off. And this is where you can actually, let me just give you a couple of, hopefully, you have your pen and papers now. I'll give you a juice and a shake. Okay, so the juice we're gonna do is cucumber base, very hydrating to the system. Okay, and you can do cilantro, green apple, and ginger. Okay, so let's say four cucumbers, a half bunch of celery, of cilantro, a half bunch of cilantro, four cucumbers, two green apples, and a thumb of ginger. Okay, so this is a really good juice that you can try at home. Whip out your juicers and try it on your own. The next one now is a smoothie that you can do. So this one, young coconut water, um, local celery, baby spinach. I'm just thinking of things that would be easy for you to get. And then you can use half cup of frozen blueberries. Okay, and one apple, one green apple as well. Okay, because what you want to do is increase the the fiber intake, and but you want to keep the fruits low in sugar. So blueberries and green apples would work. If you can't get apples, do green pears. Um, and any of the berries would work as well. If you have, because they have them where they have the mixed berries, you can use that too. And then you can add into this drink where you're doing a little bit of sea moss, sea moss gel. We carry that at the store, as well as flax seeds or chia seeds. Flax seeds about 2 tablespoons. So you really get the omega 3s as well as the fiber needed for it to pass through your system. Okay, so those are the two. So the juice, pull out your juicer, cucumber, four cucumbers, half bunch of celery, two green apples, and a thumb of ginger. And then the shake would be young coconut water, local celery, about a half bunch, um, 6 leaves of baby spinach, half cup of blueberries, and one green apple with a tablespoon of sea moss, and 2 tablespoons of flax seeds. Okay, so that will get that ball rolling as well. So in these days when it is so hot here, hydration is extremely important. So between um, most people go between cucumbers and watermelon. If you are working on keeping your sugars low, which is very important to this equation, then cucumbers will be a better choice in terms of hydrating juice. Okay, you don't want to really be using too many sweet fruits. You don't want to be using any fruit juices. You want to stick to whole fruits, and you want to keep them low in sugar, okay, because that's important to this equation. And this green, the actual juice cleanse is something that is also extremely helpful from what I've noticed to balancing your hormones, especially when it comes to um, hormone driven cancers like breast and prostate cancer. So when I do my intake form, I usually make sure and ask the questions about your family history, about your kids, about your siblings, about your parents, so I can get a good overview of what I'm looking for. Because when you do iridology, you can see things for past generations that are coming forward. So they're called inherent weaknesses, and you want to be able to get the person to really work on preventative care as well as focusing on a new type of lifestyle so that they can be better equipped for the future of what's going to happen. Because you see nowadays things can come on kind of sudden, kind of sudden. So the next thing we want to talk about is herbal teas. So these are teas that we use to complement what is going on with the person. People come in where you're focusing on different areas of the body, whether it's the lymph system, whether they're having fatigue, whether they're having problems sleeping, they need more energy, they just need more nutrients. Moringa is very good for that one, where it really helps at giving you antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, but it supports you and strengthens you on a cellular level. Um, Dandelion is also important in this equation. Soursop has made its way to the top of the list for a lot of people in terms of it trending as but there's so many different herbs that you can use in combination because the person is not dealing with just one issue. They usually have a combination of things they have to focus on, like the acidity, the absorption rate, how the lymphatic system is working, the circulatory system, if they're actually releasing and getting rid of their waste properly, excess mucus in their system. So you have to deal with these things accordingly, and you would put in different herbs at different times to focus and target on different things. Okay, but they are a combination of different herbs that you can use along with the cleanse that you do. So after the cleanse, you want to now get into a high raw vegan lifestyle. And this will be one of those major biohacks where you're now maximizing your nutrient intake. Okay, you want to maximize this with your fruits, your vegetables, your nuts, your seeds, your seaweeds. Make sure they're high in enzymes and minerals. Because cooking depletes a lot of those nutrients and destroys them completely. So you really want to be able to maximize what you're eating. All right, but like I told you, it's still a form of detoxification. It's just on a slower level than if you're doing just straight juices and you're not eating at all for those 3, 5, 7, or 10 days. But you once you're taking in high raw foods, then you're now talking about a slower form of detoxification. So your body still is getting rid of all those unnatural, unprocessed foods that and the toxins that have built up in your liver and your kidneys over the years. And this is what you want when you're eating high raw. It actually helps to boost your energy because a lot of people they need that energy to help with the healing process. Yes, you need to rest, especially during the cleansing process. Resting would be the best thing. But after that, and you start moving around and you're eating high raw, your energy level will go up. Okay, and it will enhance your digestion once you have cleared out some of that biofilm and toxins. That first second layer, because we go through a series of cleanses. They might be close together, but we go through a series of them. So you cleanse, eat, cleanse, eat, cleanse, eat, as you go along, so you can take off different layers of the toxins that have built up over time. um, but as you keep doing this improves your digestion immensely. So it makes it a lot easier for you to get in that nutrient dense food that you're looking for to really help with the healing. Um, Now, there is going to be weight loss, but weight loss and maintenance kind of comes together in the sense that your body is starting to jiggle around and really that nutrient density helps to clean out things, but it also helps to put in a different set of nutrients. So you go down, but you're also really changing out some of the bad stuff for some more nutrient dense stuff, right? Which is what you want. So sometimes you're going to feel like um, weak, lightheaded, because your body is going through such a traumatic amount of change, but you want to give it all the tools it needs to really help to thrive. Okay, and you want to get past this and get past it in a way that you're healthier. You don't want to just do it to and continue on with the lifestyle that caused the problem in the first place. Let's put it that way. Okay, you need to strengthen your immune system, so this will continue that practice. Making sure that you release toxins through the pores of your skin, sweating. So there are four channels of elimination. You want to make sure and sweat properly. You want to release um, urine, stool, and your breathing. Deep breathing exercises is the other one. So that you can actually channel more oxygen within your system. So deep breathing exercises is important. All right. So generally, once you get to the live food stage, this is where now we're talking. For example, you go now beyond the green drink in the mornings. Your lunchtime meal would be something where you're doing a zucchini pasta with a fresh tomato sauce. Um, Plum tomatoes would be preferable, and you can do this with some mushrooms, for example, if you want to have something meaty or have something textured on the plate, and you can have that with a big salad. So that's just an example. We do all kinds of things, or I should say we used to do, because right now I'm in my transition where I'm doing these things online. So we have a membership community called the House of Wellness Warriors, where you can go on and see me make things from um, right now we're going through the basics. So we're teaching you how to make dressings, um, nut milks, fresh juices, shakes, different types of shakes. um, but there are courses online as well, and you can consult with me online. And all these things, we try to show you how to make them. So once we get past the basics, so people know how to use equipment and what different type of equipment you need, because some of them are just things that you already have, like your food processor and a blender. Most people have a juicer under their cupboard that they can pull out and try a thing with it. the juicers have gotten immensely amazing since for the last 30 years they've gotten a lot better now that they've realized that the juicer actually heats up and it heats up the actual juice. They got cold pressed juicers now, so juicing the juice and getting the level of nutrients that you really want from the juice is starting to happen. That some of these juicers can turn around now and also make sorbets, so you can have it a nice cold fruit sorbet so that you can cool down, but you're also getting all the nutrients from it. So they have some wonderful machinery or equipment out there, but the standard food processor and stuff we still use. Spiral slicer is something unique to doing raw food. I like to do things like palau, chow mein, wraps, sushi. So all those things we would go through to some degree, depending on how much equipment you have. Some people have come on and they're members that have a wide variety of equipment, including dehydrators. So now you can get into pizzas, pie crust, and a myriad of other things. Um, so all these things go on within the membership site, along with cleanses, which we do in a group fashion. So that also helps with sustainable living, because once you know what to do, you can actually take this forward. We do. I've gone through granola cereal, the nut milk for that cereal, and showing you the varieties. Okay, working with the seasons. Right now, I'm actually thinking about all the different things I can do with pumpkin. Okay, and I went through a little bit of this last month with breadfruit, and I've been playing around with the breadfruit in terms of tacos, nachos, pizza crust, um, well, pickled, which is actually one of my favorites. But these are ways that you can take now one thing for that season and use it in a myriad of ways. And using it so that you get the maximum nutrients from it is where I am at in trying to find my local things to do with what is in season. So right now, one of my favorite soups is a pumpkin groundnut soup because groundnuts actually are in season at the same time. So, and in Barbados, we get these nice succulent, milky groundnuts selling at the cheapside market, and you can pick a nice, lovely pumpkin, and the combination of the two, you'll make a nut milk, and then you add your pumpkin and your seasonings and so on, and you get a nice, rich milk for those people that are not allergic to or are having any mucus issues with nuts. If not, you can change out the nut, and we can you do coconut instead of a grown nuts. Um, and every month, the different things that are highlighted in different seasons. So we went through a whole period where we were getting a lots of sour sop, lots of mangoes, of course, and so with each season that those help in terms of your nutrient level as well. Soursop and greens to me go really well together, and I like using soursop in my green smoothies. So it's something that you can try as well. But making a variety of salads is a good place to start, especially enriching your salads with sprouts. Sprouts are now sold in the supermarkets. They're a good source of protein. The lentil sprouts, you got chickpea sprouts, you got sunflower seed sprouts, um, green pea sprouts. So these are things that you can add to your salads to enrich the salads. But the salads, the green leafiness gives you your chlorophyll, it gives you your alkalinity, it helps with the calcium levels. So you can, I make a nice tahini dressing. That's one of my favorite dressings to put on my salads. Um, but you can make different types of salad dressings. But getting the actions going, getting started is really what is important. So you can do a green smoothie in the morning. You can have a salad with a fresh juice at lunch, and then you could do something like a soup in the evening, and start rotating those things into your diet plan or your daily routine on a regular basis. If you are dealing with cancer, or if you are wanting to really focus on preventing it, then um, easing it in slowly might not be optimal. You might have to just switch over. But you can call at 426 7521 to talk to us directly at the clinic, or you can check out my website, which is Organic Earth ira.ca, and you can see that there is a section for consultations, as well as you can join the membership community, which is the Wellness Warriors community, or you could check out one of our courses, because we actually have courses where you can go through a 7 day cleanse, or you can go through cleanse, nourish, and reset your system in 4 weeks. Um, So those things are all available to you. Or you here in Barbados, you can come into the clinic and do a cleanse with us, um, as you would like. I'm noticing that the chat is not. I don't know if I did not pop it up correctly, but I'll work on that for next time. Let's see if there's anybody. Yes. All right, so the live chat is up, so you can ask any questions and see if there's anything that I missed that you want to ask about. I had a question just before I came on about, let's see if I can find it. All in terms of the in terms of the tea that they use, and you need to know at what level they're at with this problem. So it's not easy to just say, is there a tea you can help that can help? You need to know where the person is at, um, to really help them properly. So, um, Catherine, you can give me a call tomorrow at work, 426 7521, and I will go through a little more of the protocols with you. But what you heard tonight is some of the things that would have to be done. Okay, the person is starting chemotherapy on Friday. So this does not interrupt them eating well, and in between their chemotherapy treatments, they can do cleanses. We've had people that they're on a schedule, and in between that schedule, they do cleanses either at the end or during. It depends on how aggressive they are with the chemotherapy. So this is something that they can look at as they're going forward. Now, what are some of the other options for soups? Okay, so the soup that I would mostly recommend is actually a watercress soup. That soup is extremely nutrient dense, and it is something that we like to make at the clinic. So there's conch soup, watercress soup, and these soups are just named after things because they have the flavor of those things, but they're not made from conch, for example. But the watercress soup is the soup that will be the most alkalizing as well as nutrient dense when it comes to dealing with cancer. So that would be the answer to that question. Um, in terms of juices, I would prefer that you stay away from too much like beet juice or carrot juice or juices that will spike your sugar. You want to keep the sugars low, and this means staying away from things that any kind of juices that will be too liquidy. So I mean, I'm talking from it from a perspective of that you're already taking out certain things out of your diet, but maybe I should start from the basics, and that means you would stay away from the meats. Um, some people they want to keep fish in, so you have to work with them. Increase your peas and beans. Some people can't go directly to raw food. Some people actually have to do some processed food in the interim, so they get into beyond meat products or that type of thing where they're doing burgers and um, chicken nuggets and that kind of stuff, and then they wean themselves off of that to get to the vegan food and then the living food. um, I prefer that with not a lot of time that you jump straight in. For those people that are healing, you would jump straight into eating high raw and having small amounts of cooked food. If not, you can do our program, our 4 week program, where we taper it right down till you come down to doing just light food, and then you get into a 7 day cleanse. Okay, so that one is also up in the course, the website that you can look at. Um, but there is a strategic plan that we usually put together. So the cleanse goes first, the change of diet, the complementing with the herbal tea, shake powders, and tinctures are all part of it. And then it's a monitoring and adjusting depending on what else they're doing with their doctors and how they're feeling and where they're at in the process for those people that are going through their healing crisis. There are some people that will be preventing and they can take their time and do the journey a lot slower. Okay, so for everybody, it's a little different. So you need to find out where the person is at. So, are there any other questions? All right. So, all right. So, thank you very much for joining me today on the Light Body Holistic Clinic, the Light Body Living. I hope that this was extremely helpful and that I've answered some of your questions so that you can get started on your own journey today. Make sure and stay radiant, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time on the Light Body Living. Thank you.